Welcome back to Let's Play Medieval 2 Total War England campaign, episode the 38th with B Squadron. When we left off, we had conquered Damascus from the Egyptians in an attempt to kill the Caliph, as it was a mission, and then the Crown Prince turned around and said we weren't supposed to do it like that, so now he's a bit angry. But I'm quite happy because I now hold on to Damascus, and I'm going to use that as territory to use against the Egyptians, who are slowly but surely being eliminated now, and to continue buffing up my strength in the Middle East against the Mongols, who are somewhere. I lost track of them a long time ago now. And we've got other stuff to worry about, such as we have an alliance with the Venetians now. We're trying to try and wrangle one with the Polish. We're going to retake Metz from the French. We're going to maybe try and move on another French town, potentially Bordeaux, if I can get away with it. And we also have a papal ceasefire in effect with Denmark, because the Pope does not want me to take Oslo, but I'm going to take Oslo in 5 turns anyway. And since I was going to use these lot to go and move out on Stellen, what I am actually going to do is a Hamburg garrison is going to move out and engage at Magdeburg, where there's a considerable number of Imperial troops. However, so far,
face the might of the Reich, coward.
We've established that these are exceptionally low quality troops. Alright, Magdeburg has some decent garrison, but our army should easily overpower them. So we're taking a turn to recruit, and with 2 onagers we should be able to just dive in within 1 turn and take the town by storm. So that's our plan. We're also just generally fortifying our position and getting ready for any other issues that we may need to deal with. But so far, it's looking quite good. I've got Toby of Westbury heading back to Nottingham. I've got a couple of people having a wander around. Alfred Heaven actually doesn't know where he's going right now, but he's actually making his heavenly trip to Edinburgh. And I don't know where. Oh yeah, I left the armoured swordsman over here. We are going to try and prep some troops to go on manoeuvres, because Barnaby Underwood is just sat doing nothing. But then again, Roger Webb is probably more of a commander, so I'm actually going to send Roger Webb to lead our next army coming out of Nottingham, if we have one built up, because I'm going to try and invest money into economy as well. And blah, 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 blah. We've got a lot of shit to be getting on with. First things first, Metz. We are ready to go at Metz. We are going to take back this turn, so we're going to probably just jump on with that. And then we're going to make our plan for Angers, because this time I'm getting Bordeaux in this war, because I am so sick of almost getting Bordeaux and then the Pope fucking it up. So this time we're gonna get Bordeaux. I mean, this time I'm gonna push for French conquest, because these guys have been kicking around for too long now, and I want the French gone for good. And I say that every time we have a war with France, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to move on Metz now. We've got a ram and a tower, and the garrison of Metz has barely replenished ever since the extremely brave defense we made. By the way, famous battle marker to us, woohoo. So, this time we're going to move in, and we're going to finish the French here, and just remind them of how pitiful they are, because they honestly are. They try so hard against us, and yet every time they try, they fail epically. And I didn't really want to say it like that, because that implies I'm saying epic fail. They fuck up enormously. That's better. Anyway, we're gonna move in, and we're gonna take Metz. So here we go. First battle of the week. And by the way, it's a bank holiday, isn't it? So it's 4 episodes this weekend, my dudes, and women, and gentlemen, and ladies, and the people of all genders, shapes, and sizes. Oh fuck it, let's just go blow up Metz. We moving in, my dude? I said assault. Thank you. Right. Anyway. Going to attack at night as well, because I get the extra command star. Hey. So Augustine of Guildford is leading his army, which has a strength ratio of 4-1, and as you can see, it's pretty much what we fought the last time we were at Metz. So we've got some mailed knights, armoured sergeants, peasants, mounted sergeants, and crossbows. The only threat unit really are going to be the crossbows and the mailed knights. However, I have a considerable amount of units that should be easily taking the enemy to task. But that being said, I do lack anti-cavalry. That could be a sticking point for me, but my own mailed knights and Augustine should be enough to overpower the enemy knights, since French mailed knights very rarely seem to make much of an impact on the battlefield. They're pretty bad actually. But anyway, let's move in and have a jolly good fight and retake what is rightfully mine.
Honor and glory await England, men.
Sent my guy my way. And there's that Erasmus guy again. I forgot to look up who he was, so I still feel like that is a bloody module in a maths exam.
I've heard men speak well of me because I do not throw lives away needlessly, and I gain victory for those who follow me. I will not use false modesty and deny these things. Indeed, I say proudly that they are true. I will give you victory, if you have the guts to fight like devils when I ask it. Our French foes hold us in scant regard, lads. This is a mistake they often make, being arrogant and wine-sodden in equal measure. Our lack of spears must be made good by our courage, and I see the enemy have many horsemen. All the better for them to escape, I'm sure. And now, I trust my life and victory to the judgment of the Almighty, for I know our cause to be true and just. So pray, you miserable English buggers, and make sure God knows you think the same!
Okay, lads.
Units, await my
Time to retake some territory. And yeah, our courage must make good. However, that being said, Billmen do seem to stand up to cavalry okay, but not as good as spears, but they can take punishment from them. That being said, since spears are somewhat precious to us, we're going to task not the unit of 14 gunbow until die. We're going to task one of our Bill units. I mean, actually, you know what, those guys, drop it, don't even take part. That said, Billmen can take the ram because I want to keep the spears in reserve, because I want them dealing with the cavalry ideally. I don't want to be losing their numbers because they're already delicately low, so, and also their armor is very great, so you know, I need to be keeping those guys safe. That being said, we're going to have a unit of dismounted, well actually no, we don't even need to send dismounted feudal knights up the tower. We're going to send the other unit of Billmen up the tower actually. I do need to punch a unit to get up the top, because there may be armoured sergeants, but Billmen should be able to compete and dispatch them quite comfortably, really. And hopefully it's actually just a crossbowman up there. Hopefully the armoured sergeants have just wandered off. That being said, our heavy infantry will stay here, and they will either climb a tower or just enter through the conventional way, depending on our needs. And then knights and cavalry, they know what they're up to. They're just going to wait for further orders. And our lovely retinue longbowmen, well, they're not retinue, so these are yeomans. We're going to get retinue sooner, I promise you. Yeomans haven't really had much of a chance to prove themselves in the battlefield yet, but I am going to put stakes just in case a cavalry attack happens. Can never be too safe. I'm going to have them try and attack this wall. I don't know why I always assume it's the right hand wall the enemy will deploy on. It's just because if I put my troops here, I guess it kind of looks like that they'll deploy here, but yeah. Our longbows will just do what we can, just try and pick off a couple of enemy numbers if they have chosen to take to the walls. Peasant archers will not do that though. They can wait till the later stage of battle because they're not really so good for trying to hit units on walls because their range is pretty lacking. I have a spare unit of mailed knights, by the way, so I'm actually going to have the mailed knights gang up with each other, and Augustine can act independently. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our army. We've got our plan in place. I'm actually going to send this spare unit of Billmen up the siege tower as well. You two can work together because, yeah, I know it's a weak unit of Billmen, but they're still of use to me because they still pack a nice little offensive punch. But yeah, peasant archers, they'll wait here. These guys, I'm just going to withdraw them as soon as the battle starts. You know what, you guys go there, and I'll just withdraw you from battle now. So you guys just clear off because you're of no use to me. And for now, we're going to get moving because that tower's already working on us. So let's get units moving up. Longbows are already opening fire. They have the initiative. That is what I love about longbows, and they are just going to start pelting at the peasants. I am so happy to put peasants up there because they make for very easy kills. Okay, Billmen, I'm going to have these guys not moving just yet because I'm wary that the tower could just potentially catch fire. So we're gonna be patient. But that ram is already taking an absolute barrage of fire arrows. Luckily so far not many have hit, but it just takes one well-placed arrow for it all to go wrong. Tower's holding out so far at least, and I haven't seen sign of the enemy crossbows yet. They are somewhere. But oh, this is interesting. The enemy's sallied forth some cavalry. Spears, you would be well advised to start moving forward in order to counter this. And Augustine, I'm going to start bringing you forward a little bit. We may need you to help out here. I think the enemy knights are going to try to scupper us. Ram, hold your position and prepare for an attack. Oh wait, I think we've convinced them to leave. Alright, proceed with your course. Looks like the enemy's just trying to spook us, and it looks like our retinue longbows have decided just to give them a volley to send them on their way as well. Retinue, I mean, yeomans, you're not retinues. Yeomans, keep up the good work. Just keep focusing on the walls. Just keep putting pressure on them. Quite a few of our billmen have made it up. I'm not quite sure what is up there. We've got crossbows up there. I haven't seen sight of any armoured sergeants up there. We've definitely got peasants. We've definitely got crossbows who are just taking an absolute hammering from our longbows.
Our siege towers have reached the walls.
The armoured sergeants
now
must be somewhere else.
Work begins.
So we'll leave that for now. Ram has burned down. So right, billmen, get yourselves out of there. Spears, can you do the same, please? We're going to have to take the walls by force now. So we're going to have all our billmen just pile on the walls. We'll focus on capturing the gate. And spears can just basically wait here and defend our knights should the enemy cavalry get cocky and sally forth. But you lot, I need you lot to start making your way up the walls, and we're going to try and capture them. Yeomans are just going to keep on doing what we're doing. They're just going to keep fighting a good fight. As you can see, they've already picked off a pretty decent number of enemies, actually. The crossbows are taking a hit, but the peasants taking a hit. But kind of stood on a pretty convenient angle for us to hit them, actually. So we're going to let our archers continue fighting a good fight. We are still going to take a few crossbow bolts, unfortunately. But they're not picking on my longbows, at least. They are safe thanks to their superior range, really, which is why I am really starting to love these guys, because their range just makes them so good for picking off defenders in siege battles. I mean, that is what you can appreciate with them. Their range is just completely superior. Right, billmen, I can't have you just freezing up in the middle of a battlefield. Come on. You have an order, get up that wall like your life depends on it, because it actually does. You billmen as well. I guess it's just one unit on a tower at a time, but I can't have it like that. I mean, come on, lads. Anyway, the tower is going to open any second, it seems. We are just waiting for it to unleash its load, and here they come. Our first troop of billmen are making their way up. I'll have to let them get on the wall properly first, because as we all know, my guys are very good at just screwing up the most basic of orders. But I've got more billmen now just making their way up onto the tower. They all know what they're up to. As you can see, they're just very eager to get on with it. We'll let our units just pile on, because if I give them a new order while they're still piling on, you just know they're going to get confused, and that's going to make my life harder. But then again, we do need to start moving on those peasant crossbowmen, because otherwise they're just going to start picking us off. But then again, at the same time, longbows have kept them very suppressed. Those peasants, we've definitely axed off about 30 of them now. Yeah, billmen, how close are you up to being on the walls? Because you know what, you guys are just getting absolutely pelted. We need to move. I do want to get my spears up there as well, but yeah. Billmen, just peg it. You don't have time for fannying about now. You've got to move on those enemies, because I can't just have you sitting there. I mean, cause look, that's already too many men lost there. It's not a huge number I've lost, but it's still troops being lost. But yeah, it looks like we're going to at least rout out the peasants quite quickly. Right, we need to get rid of that cavalry, though. They're guarding it. So spears. I mean, I'm not sure we can capture that wall. It's all pretty defending. And that's where the armoured sergeants were, by the way. They're holding onto this wall. Billmen, I see you frozen up on the battlefield again. Come on, get a shift on. Don't just say you're going to climb the tower and then not do it, because I can't have that happening. Right, armoured sergeants are now on the move, and longbows have just about expired their ammunition. Longbows can try and get some hits out on the mounted sergeants at least, so I'm going to have that happen. Billmen, you need to start taking control of these streets. So start moving down, make a position, guard it, and just try and take the area over, or ignore my orders and just go and climb out of the tower. That's going to have you engage in an enemy unit of cavalry immediately. Alright, archers, call it a stop. No more firing now. No more firing. Not sure where the armoured sergeants have got to. I think they've retreated to the centre of now. They're getting themselves organised, but I think they're going to pull back to the centre. I think the French are ready to surrender the walls now. Not that they ever really held on to them with much effort anyway. I mean, the only way they're holding on to the walls is through my men just making a bare minimum of effort. Looks like those crossbows are going to come back and try and haunt us. So, lads, I need you making your way that way now. So you have your orders. Don't freeze it and bollock it up. You've got to get moving, because those towers do not stop for anyone. Billmen, engage those mounted sergeants. You could bring down mounted sergeants, but they're pretty weak. They're not the best trained cavalry in the world, and they don't have the advantage of mobility. You have the advantage of that. You've got them pinned down, but the armoured sergeants have come to crash our party. That does not make life easy for me, but you've got some routing crossbows there to try and intercept. So you try and do that, but we're gonna have a bit of a clash here. It isn't gonna go in our favour, but at the same time we are bringing down their cavalry quite effectively, and their morale isn't gonna hold out for much longer. If we can get that cavalry brought down quickly, we can engage the mounted sergeants at least. The crossbows are just trying to make their escape now, so that's fine. Where we light on the armoured sergeants, they're holding their line quite well. We've got more billmen making their way up at least, but they're just being sniped by that bloody tower. You lot, come on. You gotta move it now. We got to move at full speed. That tower does not have mercy. It will just keep shooting you until you get a clue. Come on, lads. Right. We're in a bit of a choke point here, and it's not gonna make life easy for us, but I'm just gonna have my guys just come down and just do what they can.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Alright, the morale of the enemy is dropping. I kind of wish we could see what current main factor is pushing morale down, by the way. We don't seem to have that for either side. I mean, I can understand it not being on the enemy side, but I kind of wish my guys, just said, I had that in Rome Total War, because it was kind of a point, like in Rome Total War says, why are your men so sulky? Well, they're concerned that the flanks are bloody exposed, aren't they, you loser? Kind of wish that was in this game. Anyway, a couple more billmen are just coming to join us. It looks like we are making a good push against these armoured sergeants. They're holding steady, but they're not lasting. So I've already seen quite a few of them go down. That being said, my men aren't doing much better, but our armour is on par with theirs, so, should be able to hold out. I mean, they are a defensive fighter, but billmen are somewhat anti-infantry. It looks like a few peasant crossbows are trying to grow their balls back by the way, but they're not going to last. My billmen are just going to bring them down, but it looks like one of my guys is running away. We are losing men. That's not good. Men need to bring in the big boys. Come on, lads. Can you not even take a wall? Don't give a French the false sense of security. Right, send in 1 unit of dismounted knights. And 1 unit only. Longbows. My troop numbers on the walls are pitiful. There is little risk of my own men dying, and to be honest, I have little respect for them right now. Issue a volley. Oh, wait, hang on, I might be pushing. I don't know. We're going to risk friendly fire, but my men are on the run, and I have little tolerance for cowards today. Longbows are cleared to start launching a couple of volleys out. That tower is absolutely ransacking my men right now, and it's not doing me any good. Still, billmen are trying to make their way in. Got a couple of volleys now coming from our yeomans, who are going to just do what they can to start bringing down a couple more of these armoured sergeants, who are now trying to make a defensive position on the wall. But yeah, sieges are just not my forte, unfortunately, which is kind of a pun. But also at the same time, taking walls is not the forte of my men, and neither is listening to orders, especially in siege battles. Right, longbows, are we out of arrows, or are we just not volleying? Come on, we need to get more. We need to get a big bunch of arrows, striking these guys down, because right now we're not hitting shit, and we need to be hitting something. Come on, lads. There we go. That is a volley going out, but that is not a good looking volley going out. That was kind of all over the place, if I'm honest, but I think we hit at least one guy. I think we brought someone down. It's getting to a point where I'm considering bringing in my peasants now to help this one out, because yeah. Right, you know what, try and hit the ones who are over there, because it looks like we've got crossbowmen. Try and hit the crossbows, because you might by proxy take down some of their other guys. Well, you're pretty much on your last volley, but at least here there's less risk of harm. Knights, focus your efforts on bringing down those armoured sergeants, but because you've marched in such a shit order, mainly because the ladders are fucking congested to hell, which is why you always bring more than one siege tower to battle, or just wish that your ram weren't burning down all the time. This is not making our case easy, but at the same time, dismounted feudal knights just seem to clean house against any unit, at least for this period of time. I mean, it's sad to think that one day the dismounted feudal knight will be outdated, but that's when we bring in the armoured swords and the English knights. But for now, dismounted feudals, they know what the deal is. They're just getting in there and they're just cleaning out these guys, and they're just doing the job that the billman was supposed to do a long time ago. Now, credit's where credit's due. They've done a good job in cutting down that unit of mounted sergeants. They're gone, but I feel like their performance was lacking today, and I'm still annoyed that these towers are just taking so many lumps out of us, because it's just not helping us. We've already lost a considerable portion of our dismounted knights, and I don't wish to send another unit in because I just feel like we're getting wasteful now, but
Only half the enemy force remains.
Yeomans are now out of ammunition, and to be honest, since their weapon is a fucking mallet, I'm not really tempted to bring these guys into battle any further. So for now, Yeoman, just bring yourself to a safer distance away from the area. Your services are no longer needed for now. You've done an excellent job today. I'm going to have the peasants maybe take up position to help out because Spouted Feudal Knights are managing to make... Well, actually, sorry, they've cleaved them. Yeah. Should have just sent you guys in the first place, since you guys just do a good job on bloody everything. Don't know why I was scared. I mean, they're replaceable here anyway, I believe. At least I thought they are. But yeah. Look at that. They've done that in such a short amount of time with so few numbers. These guys are worth their weight in gold. Right. They've lost control of the walls just about. The last couple of their units are running away. I want those peasants out of there because they're trying to take over some towers. But right. Get hold of those gates and get my cavalry in this city. So what we're going to do is for next phase is we're going to get our archers taking control of this street. We'll launch a few volleys against the mailed knights. See what we can kill. Even though we're not going to get many kills, but yeah. We have got some peasants lurking about though, and they keep trying to get the towers switched on, but it seems a bit iffy right now. But either way, we need to get control of the gates once and for all. So, knights, you know what? Speed it up. Go in as fast as you can, because I'm trying to work out where these peasants are going, and I think they're going to come and fight us. So, for now, let's get ourselves a defendable position here and get ready for the next part.
The Lord is with us today.
Right.
We've captured the enemy's walls.
Knights in the city. Rest of you dismounted knights also in the city, please. So you two get yourselves in here. And then last but not least, peasant archers, get yourselves in and prepare for the next phase. Knights, you have got a fight on your hands. The peasants have decided to come and try and assert their dominance of the lands, except it's not going to work. Either way, can you just slice the miserable buggers up? Except they're routed immediately, so it's not even worth your time. Alright, knights. Actually, no, what? Knights, yeah, do come down. We hold the gates now, but it's undisputed. Cut them down before they get away. I don't want those guys getting in my way, because that's all they're trying to do. They're trying to buy time for the rest of their troops. They're a distraction. So bring down what you can, lads. But don't get too concerned about chasing them.
Victory will be ours.
Or just don't get too concerned about fighting them at all, really, because it looks like you can't be bothered anyway. Come on, lads. It's a lovely juicy unit for you just to eliminate there. Looks like a couple of enemies are trying to come back in for the fight. Why are we chasing those guys? Come on, lads. They're there. Come on. Get a clue. What is it with sieges? And I mean, I know it's my standard vanilla comment, but seriously, what the fuck is it with sieges and the pathfinding just going so wrong in Total War games? It's a bloody disaster. Right. Except in Thrones of Battalion, where the pathfinding is fucking amazing. Right, you've done a good job there, lads. Pull back and await further orders. We've got a couple of crossbowmen kicking around trying to cause trouble. But for now, we hold on to the gates. We undisputedly hold on to the gates. As you can see, my armies are now entering the city, and we are going to retake this city, whether the French like it or not. Right, anyway, knights. Make your way into the corner of the city. You will flank around, and you will bring down the knights from an angle. Augustine, you're going to stay out of this one, actually, because your bodyguard is fucking wrecked for some reason. Oh, yeah, because I moved you closer, and wow, that was honestly very fucking stupid of me. You could have been killed there, Augustine. Fortunately, he is still alive and kicking. Phew. But, yeah. That was... Oh, my God. No, 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 no. What part of going there do you not understand? You have to use the gates. You can't just phase through walls, you morons. So you're going to be convinced you can't. Come on, lads. Come on. I'm not babysitting you today. You will follow your orders, and you will follow them properly. You will go in that city. You will prepare to flank the enemy, and you will not shy away from battle. You do not defy me. You don't defy Augustine. Augustine's a fucking war hero. He won the Battle of Moselle, and he does not want to deal with losers. Right, peasant crossbows. As soon as you're in that city, well, fire arrows are already switched on. Start hocking out against, well, you know, getting a little closer. Come on. Make an actual formation, lads. Then when you're in, and don't bother loosening up your formation, you can go tight if you want. Right. Spook off the last of those peasant crossbows, because they're just sat there trying to take the piss, and you can use a regular shot against them. Once they're dead, we're going to start working on those knights, but if that doesn't make them right, I don't know what will. Apart from pretty much all the arrows missing. Right, good volley, lads. Right, bring down the mailed knights. They're your target now. They'll come back, but hopefully they just stand too close to something they're not supposed to stand close to. Spears, by the way, are you in the city yet? They are not in the city. Spears, you need to be in this game, so archers can provide cover while we wait for these spears to come in, and the knights will help out anyway, because they will flank and they will do their part. But for now, looks like the enemy cavalry is just getting more irritated than anything, but not taking action just yet. So, and most of my guys volleyed, by the way. Some of them I am noticing are pretending and trying to see if I can get away with doing that. But yeah, it's just a general overhead volley this time around. We're just trying to hit what we can. It's just really just to try and see if we can just basically cause some attrition among the enemy ranks. I see the crossbowmen are trying to launch another volley against us though, so we're going to make them our target again. And nice one. See, even if you bring one mailed knight down, it all helps, because those guys, I know I've already quoted them as being one of the worst cavalry units the French seem to field, because they always use them ineffectively. They're still capable of scoring a couple of lucky kills against us, so I'd rather just have a couple of them out of the way. And they do tend to have some staying power, since it is the centre of the battlefield where they're not going to rout because they have nowhere to run, so we must do what we can. Also, my spears are limited, so I need to, you know, make life a little easier for them. Anyway, archers are going to keep it up. Looks like the crossbowmen are actually just now trying to target my archers, but they are mostly targeting my dismounted knights, which is a little frustrating, but at the same time, I can afford to play the missile game with them. My missile superiority in this map is definitely unquestioned now. I have more archers, more ammunition. They're down to their last 3 crossbows now, so they're really capable of getting, at best, 3 kills per volley. And to be honest, I'm not even going to get that, because there's accuracy and shit to play into that equation. Whereas I'm, you know, at best 118 kills per volley if, like, fucking Lady Luck was giving her biggest, sunniest smile on me. Anyway, spears have joined us, so they're gonna be the first unit to advance forward, because we need something counter cavalry to try and bring down the enemy cavalry, since it's pretty much all that there is left. There are a couple of armoured sergeants knocking around, but there's barely any of them now to be of any concern. And the captain has also shown his face, so if we can bring him down with a lucky shot, that's going to make my life even happier. But we've got plenty of ammunition at the minute, so I think we're going to just speed it up a little bit and just let our shots go through, because there isn't really too much for us to see. But oh, we're going to move out there. I think they were trying to loosen out their formation as a response to me, but as it stands, they're just happy just to basically stand around and allow my guys to keep on volleying. I mean, it's just going to rain fire forevermore, but they're just like, oh yeah, we can fucking tank, you know, the rain of fire. I think that was actually the last of the crossbows gone up. No, we've got one left. Archers, make him your target. I want to see him die. He hasn't even got a good armor on, so we could probably just go for a kill shot, really. Let's just see if this next volley hits him. Alright. Archers, just trying to get a kill shot his way. I know he's gone and stood where that fucking tree's gonna save his life, but see if you can kill him. Go on. Go on. And that's just the enemy readjusting their formation, by the way. Archers are not having the best of time trying to hit that one guy, by the way. That being said, his accuracy isn't better, but he just took a hit there, so he must be on the brink of death now. Come on, lads. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. Come on. Come on. Yes. Right, nice. No missiles left of the enemy. Right, go back to your fire shots and bring down whatever's left now of those knights. To see what we can do. I mean, boom, 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 boom. 39 of them to go. See if we can get down to maybe 35. Say that. Pretty optimistic target for peasant archers, because they're not great at anything that's, you know, got anything to do with being heavy. But they do their part. They can spread their fire, and there you go. See, they get a kill here and there. They're not really the best archers. They're just the ones you have to use when you're on a budget, but I still have a respect for them. They can be useful, and to be honest, you know, at least you can armour them up, so they can have their own little staying power in melee, so, you know, they're not, like, completely pathetic. But that being said, they're not very well trained. Unit routes, by the way, one of my billmen eventually left the battlefield, so whatever. They have not given their 110% in this battle, unfortunately. Right, spears, the time has come. Begin moving forward. Mailed knights also begin moving around. You need to get ready to help out should the spears begin to struggle. The dismounted feudal knights will also be behind them. Guys, come on, follow orders for once. No, go that way. Oh my god. No, guys, is there a fucking blind spot in your pathfinding? Turn. Come on. It's like walking a disobedient dog with you lot. Right, go there and await for... No. Follow orders. Come on, lads. Unite. It is a bloody basic requirement of a knight to be educated. And I think orienteering is part of that education program. So if you can't read your fucking compass, which hasn't been invented yet, you have no place in my army. So fucking get a clue and move in. Those spears need your support. They are outnumbered. Well, they're not outnumbered, but their numbers are not great. Their strength isn't up to full capacity. They will try. They will fight their hearts out for England, and they will do their best to try and bring down as many of those knights as possible. But they need you to bring that final punch in to finish them off. And you will deliver that now without turning around, without breaking wind, or just without breaking my bloody sanity.
We will smash the enemy.
Now, come on, lads. Get in there and bring those knights down. My spears are doing everything they can, or at least they're trying. They're having a hard time engaging, but there we go. Nice cavalry engagement now. We've got the numbers on our side. You knights, can you just bring down whatever's left of the mounted sergeants as well? There's a couple of them hoovering around, and I want them gone. The armoured sergeants are going to try and cause some trouble for you, so I'm going to move in a unit of dismounted feudal knights now to help you.
The enemy general has no honour. He flees the field. By St. George, we've captured the enemy's general. That'll teach the cowardly dog to turn tail and run. Now he can rest at our leisure.
A captured enemy general is worth nothing to me.
Our men are in command of the castle.
Worth anything to me. Alright, we're going to mow down whatever's left of these spears now. Even our mail knights should be capable of bringing them down, because to be honest, their morale will be at 0. The enemy castle is actually just trying to now launch a couple of last desperate arrows against us, I think. But yeah, as you can see, we brought them down pretty comfortably. He's got no hope, and he's got
all
no
of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won here today.
I've seen better performances, men. I'll say that, but you brought me a victory at the end of the day. Still, 351 losses. I am not happy with. I mean, alright, I know, I've come out well in my numbers, but I feel like that could have been lower, a lot lower, and I think a lot of those mistakes were on my part. Should have been more proactive with some of my troop movements, but at the same time, my billmen just did not fucking stump up to the challenge today. Their ransom is inconsequential to me now. I would rather not have French troops lingering in these lands. We will go for a execution this time around.
Anything but that, senor!
I know it makes me dreaded, but I do not want those guys making their way back to Dijon. Actually, I wasn't planning on taking
our
Dijon.
courage and honour have conquered.
Straight occupation, by the way. I'm sure the people in Metz are happy to be liberated. That being said, it hasn't raised a lot of money in our coffers, so whatever's left is being used now just to retrain our garrison. Oh yeah, we've got some rebels.
Begone! You are not my liege!
I'll need to rustle up a couple of troops to deal with that, but for now, I would rather get a second catapult to deal with Bordeaux. How much is a catapult going for now these days? 400 florins. Is there any way where I can make a quick saving of 400 florins? Anyway, that's recruiting. Just before we jump on to the next turn, our Huss is working on a building. Hamburg's recruiting, but that's a recruitment I need. Nuremberg, what are you recruiting right now? Well, you've got a catapult in the queue. Why are you doing that? Oh, yeah. I know I need to recruit those spears, but I need that catapult, so I'm just going to get a catapult in Angers first, because I want 2 catapults in the upcoming siege. Nuremberg, I am sorry to be pinching pennies from you. And again, your troop garrison's not awful anyway, so you should get along all right. Just get an extra unit of peasant bows, just to, or at least archer militia, just to help you out. Right. Anyway, we are going to move on to the next turn now. There isn't anything that else needs actioning. Next turn, we're going to prepare to move out on Magdeburg, and also by way of trait increase, Augustine's now cruel and cunning, and the enemy army routed. I guess we need to get ready for a potential Egyptian backlash in this area as well, because the Egyptians are not happy with me right now. Though then again, when are they happy with me? That answer is never. Also, we're gonna. My guy is slated to chat with Budapest this turn, but I have no money to offer them, so we'll just be patient for now. I need to get some updated map information from the Hungarians. They're probably not doing very well in this campaign if they've lost Budapest. Anyway, let's jump on to the next turn and observe the world around us. Oh dear me.
Splitting forces, sire.
Fucking hell, France, it's a piss. I mean, I cut it out, but Jesus shit, I was actually just sat there thinking for 3 minutes as this game froze. Right, anyway, Christopher of Durham wants to marry Edhaida. I don't think she's one of my actual princesses, because this game is very shit at telling when I have one, so, yeah, welcome to a family. He's already loyal. Neither noble nor nefarious, so I can take him whichever way I want. New mission, by the way. Pope says, I know you're trying to take Bordeaux, bitch, so you ain't taking Bordeaux, bitch, and I will say, fuck off. Bloody Pope. Right, fine, back to the Imperials I go. I'll pick on them for a bit longer, because then I can take Magdeburg and Innsbruck, and move on to Milan. Is Milan still at war with the Pope, by the way? Yeah, so they are still an open target for me. Get to Innsbruck, get there. I will oh my god, actually, yeah, that is very strategic. If I get Milan and Genoa somehow, I doubt it, but if those 2 towns are up to grabs, oh my god, that'd be such a good opportunity to have France surrounded, and I could start blockading their south coast. But that does also mean I am going to fail that Councillor Noble mission pretty much, because if I blockade, I'm going to get excommunicated. So yeah. Most advanced faction, by the way, goes to me. End of term report. Money's fucking fantastic for us right now. Trait increase, by the way. Christopher Crusader is... Bloody hell, Christopher, you've only just taken Damascus. You are, like... I'm sorry, Christopher, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, you are fucking needy. Yeah, he's not getting another... He's not going on more combat because...
Your Majesty.
I've got fucking Mongols to worry about now.
Tomorrow's journey planned out.
I'm trying to work out where they've gone, actually, which is never a good sign. Oh, we've got a heretic there with Moses.
Don't worry. Once I convert you, you'll thank me.
Not today, Moses. You can go and do your Mosey stuff somewhere else.
Name the blasphemer. They shall stand trial.
And just like that, he set fire to him. I kind of wish we could have our guy smacked down with the imam over there as well. That would probably be useful to me, but yeah, Blasphemer was executed, so that's brilliant for us, and that means Philip is now a purger of heretics, which is he's probably a preferati at this point, actually. Let's have a little look. I mean, yeah, I know we're still doing shit here, so I'm going to have to be on the down low for a little bit. But I can't really pick on Egypt anymore. I think I'm just about done with Egypt. I can't really do much more. Jeddah, but oh, well, I thought we were in Jeddah, right? We're going to get fucking Death Starred in a minute then. This isn't even a College of Cardinals, by the way. This is a College of Cardinals. Yeah, I've got a preferati. Hubert the Peaceful, not Philip the Not. Where's Philip then? Is Philip not? Yeah, there he is. He's doing well. Pretty much all. Oh, yeah, by the way, I still hold pretty much all the cardinals. Still, Negoslaw Volhynia could probably be the favourite for the next one, but I will not allow that. I will use my majority vote to do that. I should probably assassinate the Pope. Oh my, that is some dark shit. I'm saying, yeah, I'll kill the Pope and put an English Pope on the throne, but then again, let's face it, I'm playing as England. We don't have good assassins. By the way, Cayenne has now upgraded to a fortress, which has given us a couple of new construction options and this and that and the other. So we can work on some other fun things. I think I've got some other major upgrades to do, but I think Angers due its upgrade to a citadel actually, so we're going to use all our money on that, because having Angers as a citadel is going to be it's basically going to give me the best response to any further attacks on Paris in the world. By the way, Rennes has built a cog, which I now wish I hadn't built. Angers a catapult, which I also wish I hadn't built. Nuremberg's a march militia, which I wish I hadn't built. Hamburg's also produced some dismounted English knights and armoured swordsmen and a catapult, and Cairo has given me a new spy. Hopefully he will be better at his job than spies gone past. I'm just kidding.
Where to?
The last guy was alright, but I've got to train this guy all the way back up now, so who shall I have you look at first? The Imam has 60%, 95% says to spy on the Crown Prince. Go up there. Remember, yeah, just go and find out where those Mongols are.
I shall continue tomorrow.
I don't care about Egypt anymore. They've got 2 cities left, and, well, 3 cities probably. Maybe 4. But either way, Egypt can just do whatever they want at this point. I have little need to be attacking them any further. Damascus, by the way, needs to work on a church after they are done with what they're doing, because I know I've got a masjid, but that's not very Catholic, is it? I also need to get a priest up and running in the area. Jerusalem, have you not met priests yet? What is up with your construction? Have you not done your fucking church yet? No, we actually haven't, right? I need to get caught up on my religion, don't I? But I can't afford a church. Or at least I can. Why can I not afford a church? So I don't have enough friggin' florins, do I? Let's find those florins from somewhere. Except I can't, because yeah, I've got Cairo working on that fairground, but yeah, I don't want to really sacrifice work on that. Looks like Peter Roth doesn't have any plans on moving his ass, by the way. And his army is kind of a threat to me. Nuremberg isn't really capable of producing fantastic units to deal with it, though, so I think we need to start raising a new army in Staufen. I want to maintain a strong garrison in Metz for now, which actually I need to be continually retraining. But I want to maintain a good garrison here because of the French. They may try to take this town back, so we need to be ready for them. So you keep on with your retraining, and I'm pretty much out of money now, because otherwise I was going to say Staufen. You need to pop on with a few more troops, but I'm not recruiting peasants. Peasants are useless to me. Shillam, yes, I have a plan for you actually. Can you go and just keep an eye on the Imperials for me? You have uses as a sort of peaceful spy in a way, so I'm going to have you do that. And then John,
Sire,
you need to be in Magdeburg. You got a 95% chance of getting in there. You need to sneak past this guy, and yeah, I don't know if you can just spy and sneak past. I don't really know. I pretty much know what the deal with Magdeburg is anyway. The town's pretty weak, and an army from Hamburg isn't going to reach in one turn, unfortunately. But it's probably going to be enough to draw out Captain Friedrich into a battle, so that'll do for me. By the way, who is going to go? Shall we send Giles or John? Well, I pretty much already agreed last time. We are going to be sending Giles. He is a more experienced commander. He has better stats, and John, I just basically don't like. He's also an alcoholic. And I don't want to listen to him telling me about how much he hates his wife and how he wants the pink elephants to lead the battle. So We're going to take Giles. He's a better guy. He's also got a Master Archer, which is fantastic since I'm bringing Yeoman and quite a few ranged units into this, so that just makes him better. Well, it doesn't really actually do anything for archers, but hey, I can pretend it does. But yeah, he's a pretty good guy, Giles. So he will move forward, and he will do everything he can to secure my victory today. So Catapult, if you want to just link up here, and then everyone but John get in the party bus and head for Magdeburg.
By your will, sire,
Aarhus,
we shall engage.
You will provide a backup garrison to Hamburg now. Basically, all non-militia units are now to leave Aarhus. I am pretty much convinced that Aarhus will not be attacked any further by the Danish, because we have got them locked down in Oslo. We are watching them with King Edmund. He is just waiting for clearance to make his move, and basically we're going to run in and kick that town in the face. I should send for artillery reinforcements, sir, which I don't think I can recruit here yet, so we need to work on that. We need to get a ballista maker set up, really, man. Move on to the next one, but yeah, money's a little tight because we have basically gone for a mega investment in Angier today, but I think it'll pay off because we only have one other citadel, which is Hamburg. And that's good for basically deploying troops against the Danes and the Imperials, but we need one for dealing with the French. So Angier will be a fine candidate because that will mean I can send out my Doom army to finally fucking take Bordeaux, because Bordeaux, my god, the Pope's bloody going ham on everything, isn't he, by the way? He's taking another city. God damn, I hope he don't take too many cities. And again, I still find it a bloody miracle. We're 86 turns in. I have done pretty much nothing but declare war on other people, or have war declared on me. Or basically, I've done nothing but be an absolutely, completely unlikable faction in this game, and yet the Pope somehow hasn't excommunicated me. We're just spesh. Anyway, before we just move in on Magdeburg, because there isn't really anything else we can do this turn. I know we're not going to take attacks, we're not going to get any loot today, but could...
Yes, my lord.
Even the simplest of diplomatic
sire.
gestures should hopefully win us favour with the Polish. I'm going to give him a nice little gift of 100 florins, just as a little bit of pocket money in a way.
Is there something I can do for you?
Because we do need to try and secure their friendship. They're pretty much the most powerful player in the East, and I don't wish to fight them. So, and by the way, we are now supremely I mean, look, we're both powerful. We should combine our powers. So, I offer you my map information. I also offer you 100 florins today, and this is a gift. So, please have a lovely time with this gift and like me more.
Your plan seems balanced enough to me. Very well.
And yeah, the king and his people, I should probably just give it to the king himself, but as it seems to have done anything for my relations, but you know, every little helps. Keep moving north and we'll go approach the Polish capital.
Sire.
If we can find a king and offer
Tomorrow's
him,
journey planned out, sire.
you know, if we could offer him maybe 2,000 florins or something, just as a nice little present of friendliness, like, you know, for maintaining peace and supremacy of great factions. Is Poland even a good faction in this game? I don't know. You know, but the powers of the West must unite with the powers of the East to fuck up Egypt, because no one likes Egypt. Actually, what does Poland think of Egypt right now? I don't know. Poland's hated by Egypt, so that's fine by me. Anyway, there isn't really a lot to do this turn. We've moved in to draw out Captain Friedrich, and we've also pretty much got this area locked down. I mean, Davy knows where he's going. Oh, sorry, your highest knows where he's going. Toby knows where he's going. Alfred knows where he's going. We're pretty much at the end of his turn. However, I am tempted to call it an episode here, just because I suspect we'll be fighting a pretty big battle at the end of his turn, because we are going to probably draw out Friedrich, and he's probably going to want to fight us. And since that's going to take us way over an hour, I think I'm going to call that an episode for today. Or I say an hour. I've been recording for an hour, because that includes sitting around and sitting through these fucking turn transitions, which take forever. But yeah, that is pretty much where I'm going to call it an episode for today, my friends.
Fine day to sail.
So I hope you've enjoyed. We've got Metz back. That's a pretty good achievement for today. And next time we're going to maybe fight for Magdeburg. We're going to prepare our forces to drive off Peterrot and hopefully start making plans for Innsbruck. We'll also keep on trying to court for Polish and wait for the... oh, who's that, by the way? That's a Sicilian cardinal. Oh, he's off for a bit of a walk, isn't he? And then we'll also try and prepare plans for potentially trying to get maybe some friendship going with Spanish as well. We should probably get a diplomat down there. Am I due another princess at any point? Probably not, because I'm married off Banana Ramba Hat. Arthur, hurry the fuck up and have some kids already, or get a wife at least. I should pay a princess to marry him. I think he's just not very attractive. So if we see any more princesses, I'm just gonna go and say 10,000 florins, marry him. The poor bastard's lonely and he's running out of socks. Anyway, that's all for today, my friends. I shall see you later, and I hope you have a lovely evening.